Listen, the thing is, I think the best practice is to split up your marketplaces. You sell on them differently, I would hope. So the USA and Australia require slightly different strategies to sell on them, in as much as even down to the spelling that you use in America would be different to the spelling that you use in Australia, okay? So there's differences between the two, and there's colloquial differences too. Good old Aussie humour, I'll tell you right now, does not transport very well into other countries. So the idea, for instance, when I get around some of my mates who are not from Australia, and I just start taking a piss out of them, they don't really take to that so well. They don't really get that that's part and parcel of Aussie mateship, and it's pretty cool. It means that you like somebody when you give them a bit of shit and you rib them a little bit. But it does not translate so well to other countries. That concept of also saying mate to everything that we say, that's a very Aussie thing to do. No other country does that. So there's colloquial things like that as well. All right. So I like the idea of splitting things up, and let me see if I can just show you why. So let's just go to Clarins. That's a good start. Well, look, you can see already. So I don't even need to go there. You can see already, this is Clarins. It's a global brand. They're bloody everywhere. And Clarins is split up. So it's got Clarins Australia, Clarins USA, Hong Kong, Canada, Ireland, Mongolia of all places, Malaysia. So whichever country they're in, they've set up a page commensurate with that country, all right? And that's important, I think. So let's go to Clarins in Australia. Hopefully it'll take me there. So Clarins in Australia. Let's see if it takes me there. It does. So now on my Clarins Australia page, I can do some pretty cool things. So I'm getting likes to my page, which is specific to my territory, which means I can look at the analytics and the data of people in Australia who like my page. That's a really sexy thing you can do on Facebook. But I can also, like if I want to go buy a product, well, the links that are on Clarins Australia are going to take me to a website, perhaps, or to a Facebook page or something like that, a store that's in Australia, in Aussie dollars, yada, yada, yada. And I think that's very, very important. I think that's very, very important. So that's one example. Let's take another example. Let's just go and check out what Porsche does. So here's Porsche USA, Porsche Portugal. Let's do Porsche. Let's just do Porsche General, okay? So I happen to know that they've got a particular strategy that they undertake. But let me just show you again first. So Porsche USA, let's go there. So notice that they've still got the same logo, which is kind of important. Now Porsche, for their sins, follows a different strategy. So I want to give you both. My favorite strategy is separate them. I think that's a better strategy. However, let's go and have a look what those bastards at Porsche do. So let's just go to info and ads, all right? Remember, you can do this. You can go and look at what any adverts are running in any country, given that they're running adverts, of course. So Porsche Portugal, well, let's just change it to Germany. So notice it's just still in German. Well, that's kind of cool. So they've just gone through. So they've got, their strategy is one main page, and then the adverts that they're using are all in the native language using their colloquialisms, etc., etc. So you can do that through Facebook, no dramas at all. And there's an argument to be made for doing that. Clearly, Porsche thinks that's the better way. Personally, I don't believe that's the better way. And the reasons, as I've said already, is it enables you to split things up. Arguments for, I guess it looks better to have all those page likes, like 2 million page likes, whatever that Porsche had. But think about this. One thing that we do in some of our businesses is we license them into other territories, okay? And when we license a business, we are effectively selling that business into that territory, a little bit like doing a franchise, I guess. So you'd want to be able to split them up to enable that to happen. You also get to make your brand look bigger, as a result of having multiple different web pages. I think that's kind of cool. And it also, like Porsche just has their main logo, but if that said Porsche USA and I was running adverts in the USA for Porsche, then that would also look good as well, I think. And I think there's benefits to be had from doing that. So 2 different strategies. Again, my preferred strategy, I think it's best, and it's what I do too, is to follow Clarins and what they do, and that's to make sure, let's go and have a look at Clarins in Malaysia, for instance. Clarins Australia, perhaps, instead of that. Just follow what these guys do. I think that's the better strategy to undertake. And bear in mind as well, I'm going to say the marketers at Clarins are probably better than the marketers at Porsche. Shouldn't probably say that, but I do. Now, let me give you one little tip. If, however, you want to be like Porsche, which is fair enough, then the software you need is a software I use for something else called Link Tracker. Here we go. Link Tracker. Link Tracker. Give everybody on the call that little thing. Give it to you all. Now, Link Tracker is really cool. It's a little bit like Bitly. You guys have seen Bitly. It's a little bit like that. Allows you to track your links, and good for affiliate marketing when I used to be an affiliate marketer. But the thing that works with regards to Amazon is it will allow you to do something called IP-based targeting. So one link is all you would need, and you send your customers to that link, and then depending on where they are based, on something called geo-targeting based on their IP address, it will take them automatically to the right place. Okay, so that's another way of achieving it. However, I still believe it is better to simply set up a new set of social media in that target country. I think that's the better solution to do. But if you don't want to do that, fair enough. Do this instead. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.